but like one of the reasons that we asked Andy Samberg to do it is because Andy, you guys know, he plays sort of a doofy boyfriend kind of guy. He's just like a kind of a dorky friend, and he's got this sort of silly sense of humor. And so I think one of the things that actually kind of interested him about the character is how messed up Pawbert is. He has this weird, cringy relationship with his dad, where there's a shot that we love where Pawbert is finally like, he's standing in front of his father who's just yelled at him and stuff. He's like, no, I was doing it for the family, for you, Daddy. And his dad is about to kind of say, well, maybe you are a Linksley after all. And the hand reaches out almost to touch Pawbert's shoulder, but it doesn't quite get there before Nibbles pops in. It's like, oh, he was so close to getting that daddy love that he's been trying to get for so long. But I think that's why Andy being kind of an unexpected villain, I think that was...
I think so too. I mean, it's interesting, like Byron was mentioning earlier, we go through so many iterations. I think the first draft I wrote of this movie was probably 3.5 years ago, maybe plus. And it just changes constantly. So there's never a finished draft until the movie's done. It's you have a first draft and you have what goes in the theaters. What I found interesting about that character is we wanted to have a villain who presented himself at the end, but his personality didn't change. And that was an interesting challenge for us because you wanted him to be this kind of lovable, awkward guy. Someone who could somewhat mirror Judy's awkwardness in a social situation. Like early on you see her not quite nailing being an undercover cop, and him also kind of being awkward at that party. There's some really kind of nice dork energy between the two of them. We didn't want him to also become an arch villain and be someone different when that changed. And that was a really fun thing to write, to be honest, because once he was like, he literally stabbed him with that venom. He's like, oh, don't be mad at me. Oh, this is it. It was almost like it's about him, and let me explain this. I want you to still like me, even though I'm murdering you right now in this moment. It's kind of something only Andy can pull off, and did a great job with it. I will say the other thing, research helped us so much because lynxes are fascinating animals. That's a big reason they're in the story. So lynx, for example, obviously we have reptiles. A lynx is a cold weather animal, so reptiles and cold weather animals, those don't mix. But then you also have lynx in the natural world. 90% of their diet is rabbits. So that's a really interesting extra thing to add on top of that. And then a lynx is a feline, and a fox is a canine, so you have cats and dogs as part of that too. So there's all these extra little layers of sort of tension between these characters that was really fun to play with.
And just to add to all that, having Andy in there was great. And then we gave it to our animators, and they really found, Nathan Engelhart was our animation supervisor who led Pawbert, and really found this nuance with him with all these mannerisms that he does, and this awkward and weirdness, yet this intriguingness that it all comes through in the animation. It was really fascinating.